Hello everyone, glad you can join me today. Today I will be teaching you a simple matrix transformation. We have our example over here and our matrix table. Our value 4 is on the x-axis and 3 is on the y-axis. And now let's start plotting. See, it's positive 4. It's right over here, this section, and positive 3 is right here. So let's plot their intersection. Now our first point right there. Moving on to -1 and 1. So here's our second point right here. Alright, and our last point are 2 and -3. So this is positive 2, and right over here is -3. That's our last point right there. So as usual, we connect the dots. Our result will be a slightly tilted triangle. Now let's say we want to double its size. Well, that's easy to do. Let's do 2t is equal to, basically we multiply these values by 2. So 4 multiplied by 2 is 8, 3 is 6, -1 is -2, 1 is 2, 2 becomes 4, and lastly -3 becomes -6. And now let's plot. So 8 and 6. The point of intersection is right over here, right there. Next are -2 and 2. So the intersection is right here. Okay, down to our last point, 4 and -6. 4 is over here, and -6 is over here. Let's assume their intersection is right here. Now let's plot these points. There, as you can see, our slightly inverted triangle has doubled its size by multiplying these values by 2. It's that simple. Well, next. What about this one? Let's say we want to reduce our values. But first, let's plot. This is 0 and 4. Be right over here. Right there. See, next values are 3 and 4. Right here. Intersection. And 3, 0. So that's right there. And lastly, 0, 0. That's just in the middle, right here. Now, let's connect the dots. See, we have that beautiful square right there. Let's say we want to decrease our value by 0.5%. So all we have to do is 1/2 r is equal to 1/2 of 0 is still 0, and 4 is going to be 2, 3 is going to be 1.5, 4, 2, 1.5, 0, 0, and you got that right, 0. Now let's go into our plane and start plotting. 0 and 2. 0, 2 is right over here. Right there. 1.5 and 2. That's about right here. This is 1.5 and this is 2. Right there. And 1.5, 0. So that's over here. Last 0, 0, still in the middle. And now let's connect the dots. And that's how you do matrix transformation. It's that simple, not complicated, easy to do. I hope you learned something from this tutorial, and goodbye.